Hello and welcome to this exercise. Human suffering is universal. We all experience hardship at some point in our lives. It may be physical pain, emotional pain, or the combination of both. Some people do seem to have it all together, appearing happy and satisfied in their lives. But the truth is that we all experience suffering in some form or another. The capacity for language and the ability to make symbolic association often makes pain and suffering that humans experience more intense and more difficult to cope with. For example, thinking about the most shameful thing that you've ever done can evoke feelings of shame and discomfort. The mere mention of difficult experience can bring up those feelings again, even if the actual experience is not present. In contrast, other animals don't have the capacity for language and symbolic association. A cat may feel physical pain when it's kicked, but it's unlikely to feel anxiety or fear simply by thinking about the experience or being reminded of it. This makes the suffering that humans experience much more pervasive and difficult to escape. It is important to remember that suffering is a part of the human experience, and we are all human. We all experience pain and hardship at some point in our lives, and it's important to find ways to cope with the suffering and find meaning and purpose in life, even in the face of pain and hardship. This may involve seeking support from others, engaging in self-care practices, and seeking professional help if necessary. Remember, you're not alone in your suffering, and there are resources available to help you navigate difficult times. One tool that can be helpful in coping with suffering is this suffering inventory exercise. This exercise involves making a list of issues that are currently causing you psychological pain and difficulty. Key point is to be honest and thorough in your list and include any thoughts, feelings, memories, urges, bodily sensations, habits, or behavior that may be causing you distress. Once you've identified these issues, rank them in order of their impact in your life, with the items causing you the most amount of pain and difficulty at the very top of that list, and the items that are causing you the least amount of trouble at the bottom. After you've ranked your list, go back and look at each item. Think about whether or not it's related to any of the other items on your list. If it is, draw a two-headed arrow between the two items to indicate the relationship. Look at the entire list. See if there are any patterns, clusters of items that seem to be related to one another. If you find any, you may want to consider combining the items into smaller units, re-ranking your list to reflect the importance of the clusters you're finding, or just seeing that they're there. Once this exercise is complete, take some time to reflect on your list and think how long they've been a problem for you. Write down the length of time each item has been on the list. Your final list is now a guide that can better help you understand the psychological difficulties that you experience. Use this as a starting point for working towards solutions and coping with these issues. Remember, it's important to be honest and thorough in your list, as it'll help you get a complete understanding of the issues that are causing you pain and difficulty. Here is a list of 10 questions you can ask yourself to help you reflect on your list. I really hope this helps. Join us for the next lesson. All the best.